Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Rule. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, Grand Bahama is living up to its billing as the industrial capital of the Bahamas. A new manufacturing company is up and running in Freeport and providing employment for Bahamians. As Sabrina Brown reports, operators have big plans for the business.
Caribbean Tobacco Enterprises Limited began operation on Grand Bahama 3 months ago and produces the first Bahamian cigarette, Palms.
It's a premium cigarette with an all-natural tobacco, no additives. We offer a full flavor, menthol full flavor, and a lights.
The manufacturing company opened with an initial investment of $500,000, and production manager Tim Blayways says business is progressing.
We're getting our machines fixed gradually. You know, there's a lot of setting that has to be done, manufacturing the cigarettes, packing, such. So, you know, we're moving along steadily. Our product is out on shelves now. We've been getting great feedback.
The company has a staff of close to 20, and Blayways says they could hire up to 40 people. He explains the daily production process.
We have a machine that runs 1,500 to 2,000 cigarettes a minute. As the cigarettes come out on the conveyor, they're having to catch them, put them in trays. Throughout an hour after a good tray is full, we move on to the packer. And then the packer starts packing the cigarettes throughout the line and then cartons them. We're producing at the moment 20 master cases, which has 50 cartons in them a day. We want to be producing 60 to 70 master cases a day.
While Caribbean Tobacco is a new company on the market, Tim says the demand for their products is growing, and he's already predicting a bright future.
The outlook for the business is to, you know, create an even bigger company. You know, we want to be able to move into a bigger building, you know, to create better, more faculty, more staff. Be able to have 2 machines, maybe two separate shifts, one morning, one night, to be able to run 24 hours a day.
Caribbean Tobacco is not just distributing in Grand Bahama. Their products have been introduced to New Providence and Abaco, and the company also plans to concentrate some of its efforts on the export market. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Some revolutionary changes expected to come for transportation professionals on Grand Bahama. This is the organization's top executive reflects on 2013 and looks ahead to a brand new year for the Grand Bahama Taxi Union. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
For one of the leading unions on Grand Bahama, the year 2013 has been filled with many highs and lows. The president of the Grand Bahama Taxi Union, David Jones, says the organization experienced what he calls bumps in the road as the union had to fight to get its share of this island's once robust economic pie.
The taxi drivers, we always believe in our fair share of the business. We're doing what we're supposed to do as a body. We're going out there to promote ourselves. That was our biggest challenge for the year. We felt that the business wasn't shared properly. There's a law that governs all of us, and we had a serious problem with that.
However, a high point for the organization was exclusive rights given to the taxi union as Grand Bahama played host to Dr. Miles Monroe Global Leadership Conference for the very first time.
We felt pretty good about the conference. The taxi drivers at the airport, it was a boost in business for them. They actually made a little bit more money than they would have made during that week. But our high point was, the idea is taxi drivers, we need to come together to move forward. We have some challenges as far as the national insurance, which was new to us. We overcome that. So we are very resilient type persons, and we will be moving forward.
Meanwhile, Jones is predicting that 2014 will mark a major turning point for Grand Bahama's transportation industry as the union moves further to empower its members.
We want to ask the government to give us an exemption on vehicles, where the taxi drivers can upgrade their vehicles at a low rate, basically exemption free. We also, too, now in talk with the government, we're trying to get a value to their taxi plates, so they'll be able to walk in the banks and get value for their franchises. That's one of the high points going forward that we wish to accomplish. We're working closely with the government on that. Next year, there are some things on the drawing board. The flights plan to increase. the cruise ship plan to increase. So 2014 looks pretty good for the taxi drivers. The hotel that is coming on stream, we anticipate some business from that. So overall, 2014, we're going to be excited. We're putting ourselves in positions. We're training. We're going to upgrade our vehicles for the coming 2014.
Despite the challenges of 2013, the president of the Grand Bahama Taxi Union says he's looking ahead to 2014 with great optimism as Grand Bahama stands poised for unprecedented growth and development. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Joan. Well, police are searching for 3 men for questioning in connection with 2 separate armed robberies. The first incident occurred shortly before 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Police say they received information that a man was robbed while in the North Bahama area by a culprit brandishing a handgun. The suspect is described as 5 feet 9 inches tall with a light brown complexion, dressed in a black t-shirt, long black pants with his hair pulled back in a ponytail. He reportedly robbed the victim of cash and 2 cell phones valued at $1,200 before escaping on foot. The second incident occurred around 10 o'clock last night. Police say a man was robbed on Manton Avenue off East Sunrise Highway. Reports say the man arrived at home and was exiting his vehicle when he was approached by 2 men, one of them who was said to be brandishing a long barrel weapon firearm. The culprits were reportedly wearing white hoodies with white towels around their faces. Police say the victim was struck in the head, tied with duct tape, and robbed of $600 in cash and a gold chain valued at $2,500. Now, the bandits made their escape in the victim's 2006 Chevy vehicle. However, a police chase ensued and the suspects crashed into a tree at the intersection of Vallejo Loop and Faith Avenue. Now, the culprits escaped on foot. However, a 20-year-old Freeport resident was later arrested, but the second suspect remains at large. Now, if you have any information that can assist with police with any of these matters, you are urged to contact your nearest police station. In other news, immigration officers foiling an alleged human smuggling plot here on Grand Bahama. Reports say 11 Brazilians and a Portuguese was found in a safe house in Lakaya today. That group includes a pregnant female and a 13-year-old boy. Officials say based on initial investigations, the group arrived here illegally some as far back as August of this year, and they were all planning to leave tomorrow for the United States. The migrants are expected to be transported to the detention center in New Providence sometime tomorrow. Officials say a Bahamian is currently assisting with this investigation. And police in Abaco in search for 2 men wanted for questioning on the charge of attempted murder. Now, the first suspect of the mud Abaco is Zaylene Carso. He is about 6 feet tall and slim-built with long pants. The second suspect is 20-year-old Kenny Francois, also of the mud Abaco. He is said to be about 5 feet 9 inches tall, slim-built with a low haircut. Police say both men are wanted by the Criminal Detective Unit in Abaco for stabbing a man at a nightclub in Abaco earlier this month. Police say they are both considered armed and extremely dangerous. If you have any information on these 2 men, you are asked to contact the police in Abaco at 357-2560, 367-3437, or police in Freeport at 350-3107 or 8, or 911 or 919. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.
Baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rapping back Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop.